Well, thanks for being with us here on News Now from Fox. I'm Daytona Everett. It is 8:40, and we are heading into a story that is really making headlines right now. It's going viral online. I want to show you this because you really can't explain it. A woman was robbed of her purse and then dragged by the getaway car in San Francisco. Viewer discretion is advised on this. This is the latest crime involving a victim of Asian descent in the Bay Area. Just really difficult to watch here. You can see the woman hanging on the edge of the car right there and then falls off. I'm going to bring in Fox 2's Henry Lee of Fox 2 in the Bay Area. Henry, thank you so much for being with us once again here on News Now from Fox. Can you give us an idea of what's going on in this video, a little more background information?
Sure, Daytona. So this happened Sunday afternoon, about 3:45 p.m. A woman was walking on the street with her friend. They were confronted from behind by three people, one of whom grabbed her purse. A struggle ensued. She tried to grab it. Her friend tried to grab it. Both ended up on the ground. Our main victim was punched in the face, kicked on the ground, and then when the robbers ran to that gold Camry that you saw, she hung on to the car to try to get her purse back, but then ultimately was dragged and then flung onto the street. So horrific crime. She will be okay, relatively speaking, and the cops are looking for the bad guys.
Henry, this is a really tough video to watch right now. I just want to keep showing it because, quite honestly, you've shown us a few of these videos of not only crimes that are happening in the Bay Area, but it seems like Asian-centered crimes, things that are happening that if we didn't get them on camera, you just honestly wouldn't believe it. And I'm curious what the conversation is like in Northern California right now surrounding these Asian hate crimes that happen in Atlanta. It's happening quite a bit in the Bay Area. So what's the latest on all of that? Are we hearing anything from local officials about this?
Absolutely. Not a day seems to go past Daytona that we see another attack on an Asian victim that's caught on video. It's just horrific. It shocks the conscience. So we have a lot of Bay Area police departments and politicians and local leaders standing united and saying enough is enough. This is not okay. This will not be tolerated. And of course, there is a discussion. There is a debate as to whether these crimes constitute hate crimes. Now, generally speaking, some would say that these are hate crimes if they are targeting Asian Americans or Asians, but legally speaking, there's a different bar. Prosecutors have to prove that a racial animus was the motive, and in some cases, the victims may happen to be Asian, or there's not an overt discussion or overt racist remark or given motivation that is based on race. So that is an ongoing debate, an ongoing issue here. But again, every single day there seems to be a new attack on someone who's of Asian descent here in the Bay Area.
And these people who were up in the building who got the cell phone video, did you talk to them at all about the situation?
I did. Benjamin Freemantle is the man who took this video. He was on the 4th floor of the building. He heard the commotion down on the street below and decided to start recording it. He caught this poor woman, this 33-year-old woman, being dragged by this gold 2000 Toyota Camry. This happened near the corner of Polk and Bush Sunday afternoon. He was horrified, and you can see the impact. You know, she was already dragged by this car, and she hit the ground pretty fiercely, and it could have been far worse. She could have hit her head and died. She could have been run over by the car. So many different things could have happened, but it is very horrific to watch.
Yeah, and luckily you can see some of those eyewitnesses to what was going on go over and help her. Other cars getting hit along the way. This is just absolutely tragic to see, but so good to hear that she's recovering. What is the latest on her recovery, you said?
She has a lot of bumps and bruises. A friend of hers also was knocked to the ground. Both are doing relatively okay. Psychically, that might be a different matter.
All right. Henry Lee from Fox 2 in the Bay Area, thank you so much for bringing us this story. We will talk to you again soon. And we are going to head off to a 2-minute commercial break as we continue this conversation about Asian hate crimes that are happening. He made such a great point right there, talking about what institutes an Asian hate crime. We'll have the very latest from Fox 11 Los